Perry County community is under a water supply emergency, and the lack of rain is just part of the problem.
For those on the public water system, this is unsettling. Sonica Bargo joins us with our top story. Sonica?
Alicia, Valerie, Duncannon borough officials also say their water system is so old there are leaks. Between that and the lack of rain, water levels in their reservoir have fallen to what they call critical.
And I think we're in the season where people use the most amount of water they typically use, throughout the year. And that's another concern that we have.
Duncannon is struggling to produce enough water for residents.
So at a level of 5 feet in our storage reservoir, certain measures are implemented to be able to restrict water flow.
Borough engineer Greg Rogalski says the reservoir hit that last week and the borough issued a voluntary water restriction.
We did see a difference. Less water was going out of the reservoir on a daily basis.
But with the weekend approaching, that wasn't enough, and the borough declared a public water supply emergency Friday.
When we fell below 4 feet in the reservoir.
Under the emergency, people can only use water for essentials. That means no watering lawns, washing cars, or filling swimming pools. Violators could face fines up to $1,000 or worse.
Or we can restrict the amount of water flow to their property, or go to the extreme level of actually physically turning off the water to their property to be able to conserve water.
But why is the water level so low? The lack of rain is a factor.
We're gaining 1/10 of a foot a day, if that.
But water is also leaking out of the system.
Due to the age of Duncannon's water system, we do lose a fair amount of water, between 40 to 50% of the water that we produce.
Rogalski says the borough is trying to fix that, but it's a never-ending project.
Some of it approaches 100 years old, so we certainly have a lot of infrastructure that's old and a relatively small population to be able to fund that infrastructure replacement.
So these water restrictions are critical. If the water level keeps falling, the borough will have to truck water to the reservoir. That's expensive, and taxpayers would foot the bill.
So the users have the ability to control their own destiny to some regard, and actually avoid future rate increases by complying with these mandatory water restrictions.
This emergency will continue until the borough gets a lot more water, as long as people keep following these restrictions. But that could take 2 weeks or even longer. In the studio, Sonica Bargo, Alicia, back to you.
Sonica, thanks so much.